kick-off. Set they hope for the sort of storming start that they try to provide whenever they operate at Ellen Road in particular. Whitlow. Carl shot, stabbed forward by McAllister. The pitch is not as good as the one at Arsenal. Gordon Strachan described it as the local tundra, and he should know. Well, the handball is given against Dixon by the referee, and not by the linesman on this near side. Chris White has come up. Chris Fairclough is there as well. Strachan complaining with some justification, but the two Arsenal players haven't gone back the correct distance. But he dropped for McAllister, a difficult one to hit, and those wearing white ahead of him were wondering whether they could get back to be onside as Arsenal pushed out. Andy Gray, your thoughts about the Arsenal team selection first of all?
Well, I think it's a selection that's been forced upon George Graham Martin. I just wonder if both Anders Limpar and Perry Gross had been fit, would he have been a brave man and changed it anyway? We won't ever find that out, unfortunately. But that could be the thing that just opens this game out. You know, they've been tactically very, very close together. No one's changed it. I think possibly a fear of losing the game has stopped anyone doing that. But now injuries have forced George Graham to change tactically, and that may change the whole aspect of the game.
And what he's trying to do is to match Leeds in midfield, because he admitted to us as a shot gets away here with a ball driven over the top, retrieves it. O'Leary has to knock it behind for the corner. George Graham believing that Leeds were winning the midfield battles, but they haven't won the tie. O'Leary read the trajectory. A feeling of some irony from the Leeds players that Gordon Strachan has been the man to put Limpar out of this tie. Not too many miss the next match when Strachan's tackled them.
As Gordon said, though, I think it was actually his body falling on him rather than any tackle that Gordon made.
Andy Linnigan, once of Leeds United. Came off Sterland. Remember, we're still in the fourth round of the FA Cup here on the scheduled day for the fifth round to take place. And the eventual winners here, if it happens in time, will meet Shrewsbury in that delightful part of the world a week on Wednesday.
You're assuming, of course, there is a conclusion to this game, aren't you?
Yes, it's a big assumption. Sterling drives it long. Speed trying to get there before Dixon. Chris White, who's had a couple of goals disallowed in the course of events. In between them, got a goal that counted in the Rumbelows Cup semi-final first leg against Manchester United. Shot, Turnwell, and accepted the opportunity, a rare one, to face the goal and have the ball at his feet.
Yeah, but it's always good early on. I always enjoy seeing a striker to get the crowd on your side right away. It's have a good early shot. He hasn't troubled David Seaman, but psychologically the crowd will be up with that.
Merson. Campbell hoping that the back pass might have been off target from Sterling. O'Leary sorting this one out, or in theory sorting it out, because he wanted to jump with Gary Speed and not Dixon. Arsenal concerned that Leeds get the ball in the air to the Leeds left, where Gary Speed spring-heeled approach has been troubling Dixon. O'Leary took on the responsibility but didn't win the header. But now he takes this Arsenal free kick. Over Linnigan, it's come down for Smith.
It's a half a chance more than anything there for Alan Smith, Martin, as it comes over. he would dearly have loved someone busting their leg to get in there with him, just so he could knock it back. And in fact, Lee Dixon was actually doing that, and it may have been better had he just held on to it and laid it back for him, because on its own it was a difficult chance to take.
But by the standards of chances that Alan Smith's had over the past 5.5 hours, plus today, at least he'll be pleased to have put in a shot, even if it was off target. David Batty, very much a cult figure for Leeds United. We've mentioned before in our coverage of this tie that the supporters here would like nothing more than seeing Batty score a goal on this ground. He's been around the senior side for more than 3 years now, and he hasn't performed that particular feat yet.
Yeah, he's got lots and lots of great qualities that you need for a midfield player, Martin, but the one thing he hasn't shown is he's got, up till now, is the ability to get goals at a regular basis from that position.
Here's Whitlow, who scored once this season from long range against Chelsea here. Arsenal able to play on the break through Merson. Sterling, the defender closest to him. Campbell in the middle. They've let Merson run a very long way. It's another solo goal at Owen Road for Arsenal. This time Paul Merson came in from the left, and Leeds let him go and paid the price.
Well, certainly shades of Anders Limpar here, isn't there, Martin? You wonder what's he going to do, but Neil Sterling backs off. Chris White doesn't get close enough, and Merson tucks it beautifully in the corner. This is an absolutely superb finish, and for the first time this tie has something we haven't had, an early goal.
And something else we haven't had, Arsenal are in front. It's come after 18 minutes. Dixon.
This is a real test for this Leeds side now, Martin, because I think after 3 games, mentally it's very, very important how you feel. And the amount of big games that this Leeds side have had to play in the last couple of weeks may just take its toll on them. This is a test of character for them.
Campbell. There's Winterburn, everybody wanting a touch for Arsenal. Campbell. Well, Paul Merson has had to sacrifice some of his individual qualities because of Arsenal's team plan over this tie. But once he got the ball at his feet then, he seemed absolutely determined to finally make his mark. His 12th goal of the season. Shot. It does so much unselfish work for Leeds United. Speeds roaring into the middle, and Arsenal had sufficient cover. Thomas could do little more than just steer it away from the goal, realising that a corner would be the outcome. It's a corner for Leeds as they look for an equaliser. Batty wasn't giving that one up. Some juggling from White. Thomas gets it out and out of play. Arsenal really penned back at the moment. But Leeds still striving to open them up. Strachan. Winterburn got to it, anticipated by Speed. Here's Shutt. The spare man is Batty. Problem for Whitlow. He got away with it. Merson protesting that Whitlow had fouled him. Leeds United charged here with trying to break down the best defence in the First Division in terms of goals conceded.
Yes, it's not going to be an easy task for Martin, but I feel that Leeds are happier when the pace of the game is up. I think if Arsenal slow it down, it makes it very difficult for this Leeds side. But when they get the game flowing and when they get some pace into the game, they look a far better side, a far more comfortable side at that.
Graham Taylor, I'm sure, as enthralled as the rest of us. Strachan, goalkeeper's come, didn't deal with it. Chapman has put it wide. And this time, and a real rarity, Seaman was stranded.
Well, it's a little variation, Martin. They don't just fling it in there, they take a short throw. And as it breaks to Lee Chapman, well, I think with 18 goals already this season, you'd have put some money in on putting this into the net. It's not that difficult a chance, it's there to be hit. Just hit the target, you're saying to yourself, and that could prove a costly miss.
Merson, Winterburn has nothing much on but to loop it forward. And Smith made something of it for Campbell. Smith will get there. He was thinking very sharply. It's a corner, and Leeds all the way seemed to be in a position to take charge then, but they never really did. Merson to take the corner. This is Andy Lenigan. Gets it back in. Oh, Lukic just dropped it. That's Smith. It's an uneasy time really for Leeds.
Problem for John Lukic is when you've got so many big men in front of you, it makes coming over the top very, very difficult. I sometimes think that goalkeepers in that situation, well worth punching the ball.
Arsenal still come up with the answer. And they've got the strong running of Kevin Campbell to suit their cause now. Against Whitlock. Not past him, not yet. He sets up Dixon. Matty got in the way. Dixon hung his head in disappointment. He'd love to score. So wipe out the pain of Wednesday. McAllister. Away from Winterburn. Two wearing white either side, but McAllister now shot. Well, almost at the identical stage of the game on Wednesday, Carl Shutt had a chance better than that one to beat Seaman. He went for subtlety then, this time he went for power. And what a wonderful run from Gary McAllister though. Full of determination, he wanted to only go one way. And he's a little bit unlucky, it just sets up for Carl Shutt there. But I just wonder, he had the time, I felt, to have taken another touch on it. To have done something, but he decides to go first time. It's always a dodgy one. You know, had it gone in the top corner, he would have been proved right. George Graham was telling us before the game that he was concerned about McAllister's forward runs. He'd been limited in the first half, but that was a warning that the menace was by no means quelled yet. But Arsenal have a free kick and a chance to double their lead right on half-time. Chapman, here's Dixon. 1-2 with Linigan, and Lee Dixon has got the second goal, and that is very, very sweet satisfaction. He put the penalty over the top at Highbury, but at Ellen Road his speed and then his placement did the trick. Well, two defenders combined quite brilliantly to create the opening first of all, and then Lee Dixon shows unbelievable composure. It's a very tight angle, he just is too strong for David Batty, and he slots in a wonderful goal. Does everything right in going across the goalkeeper, and that's a real blow for Leeds just before half-time. And Lee Dixon has scored here in front of the man who keeps picking him for England, Graham Taylor. Shot. Dixon. It's half-time at Ellen Road, and what a first half it's been for George Graham's Arsenal. We wondered how they would cope here without Anders Limpar, but Paul Merson provided Limpar-like quality down the left-hand side to score a critical first goal, and Lee Dixon with a super smile, with the feeling still warm for his second right on half-time. But half-time at Ellen Road, it's Leeds United 0, Arsenal 2. Arsenal start the second half, having finished the first on a perfect note. Whitlow. Well, Leeds do get an extra spring in their step from the marvellous support here. They're going to need help from any quarter at the moment. Strachan. Well, it was a miss hit. There was no offside, and Lee Chapman gave up on it, really.
I wonder if Lee Chapman thought he was offside, Martin. I mean, it seemed there was no pace in Gordon Strachan's shot there now. You just wondered if it looked as if Lee Chapman just thought, well, I must be offside.
George Graham, second from the left as we look, down on the bench for the second half. Strachan. They got the better of Batty as well, which wasn't part of the plan. Chapman, McAllister, drops the shot. Batty again, trying to light the fuse here for Leeds. It's Gordon Strachan's corner. Completely missed it. And Arsenal will find themselves a little fortunate there. Here's Thomas. Dixon is a willing lieutenant. Thomas, Campbell and Smith in the centre. And Dixon can line up another shot. Oh, and it came off the goalkeeper. The flag is up, incidentally, for offside. Well, I don't think the referee spotted it. But Lee Dixon had so much room in Leeds territory then. And that within seconds of Gary McAllister, and what looked a very promising position for his side. McAllister again. Linnigan. Now Speed. It's a turn away from Davis. A flick from Strachan. A layoff from Chapman. Batty. They still really haven't punctured Arsenal. The pass is being played in front of an organised defence. It might shortly be the time for Bobby Davison, who's been asked to get up from the bench and do some limbering up. There's still optimism in the Leeds support. Strachan, well, why not? When Strachan takes on Arsenal. Speed. Arsenal really applying themselves, but they left shut for a moment. Linnigan couldn't get across quickly enough to prevent the corner. Taken quickly by Strachan. He has another chance. McAllister gives him an alternative. Now Batty. Got to be a free kick. The linesman didn't flag, but King had seen it. It's Mel Sterland who's free and needs to volley. Truly, he very nearly did. It was a clever free kick, and it caught Arsenal out.
And straight from the training ground, no doubt. They've obviously worked on this one, perfectly delivered. Mel Steele has got to hit it well. He hits it exceptionally well. It's just his direction that's a little bit off.
Well, not even lucky enough to get a deflection, which might have done the job for Sterling.
The Leeds have started well, Martin. They've started the second half. They know what they've got to do. In particular, Gary McAllister. He's been quite unbelievable. If they needed a man to get them going, then he's certainly been able to do that.
Strachan. Leeds leaning heavily on his capacity for inspiration. It's Lee Chapman, truly he's done it, he has. Now, Leeds sense a chance, but the recovery might be on. Strachan did provide a source of stimulation with the cross.
Well, just at the time when I felt they were going under, Martin, Gordon Strachan produces a great little ball in, but let's give the credit to Lee Chapman. Not only is it a difficult one to control, as you watch it, it's a nasty bubbly one. He gets it under control, shrugs off Andy Linnigan and proves that you don't have to smash it to beat the goalkeeper. He just rolls it into the corner. Now we're set for a grandstand finish. I think we all felt the only thing that had been lacking in previous games had been goals, Martin. We've had the same commitment, the same drive from both teams. This time today though, we've had 3 goals, only so far.
Dixon. Here's Campbell. Whitlow trying to hold him up. Smith made a lot of ground to get to that first. Thomas. Nelson jumping against Sterling, or in fact choosing not to jump in the end. Headed out by Fairclough. Strachan has to hold it. There was no help up front on that occasion. Chapman looking the part in midfield. McAllister was just a little too deliberate with that, and Dixon saw it coming. And he accelerates beyond Whitlow. Campbell has made a chance for Arsenal, for Alan Smith. Well, at 2-0, Smith could afford to be a little loose, but in these circumstances, handy.
Well, both Lee Dixon and Kevin Campbell will feel that Alan Smith should have provided a better finish to this move. It just does bobble up just in front of him, but really he's got to hit the target, and certainly a goal for Arsenal now you feel would kill Leeds off.
Bold. Now speed for Davison. Chapman waiting in the centre. Batty, McAllister, Strachan, lovely football from Leeds, and Bobby Davison, you feel if he'd been playing regularly, might have rounded it off.
Oh, he's very unlucky. It was just his first touch, and perhaps, as you say, lack of match fitness, but a super move from Leeds. It's the first time they played it along the ground and got right into the heart of that defence and caused them problems. And it's only probably lack of match fitness or match practice that's cost Bobby Davison there.
Here's Davison. Well, that run for a corner bold, despite his pain, and recognising that it had to be stopped if at all possible, but Leeds do still have the capability to hurl it in. They use a short one, which was clever thinking, really. And in came Gary Speed. But Arsenal have coped with speed in the air throughout these matches. And Seaman, who was sold for buttons, as they say in this part of the world, by Leeds United to Peterborough back in 1982, is very close now to a most satisfying victory in the FA Cup, in which he has played a major part, not quite so much today as in the other games, where at times he stood between Arsenal and capitulation.
Yeah, he's not had many saves to make this afternoon, but what he's had to do, he's done very well. His catching, his general tidying up at the back has been quite excellent.
Thomas. This really could wrap it up for Arsenal. From Merson. One last blast upfield from Lukic. One sound defensive header, the latest of many from Steve Bold. Sterland. Put out by O'Leary, who's limping. He knows it's very nearly over. But he knows also not to rule out Leeds United. Bold, Winterburn, Sterling with another volley. And the limping O'Leary gets it further away. Arsenal players asking Howard King how much longer. It can only be a matter of seconds. Whitlow. Chapman's got to win this for Leeds. But he couldn't in a decisive way. Sterland, Batty. Arsenal have got to defend the cross if they can with Linnigan. White is there, put out by Smith. It's a corner, it's still not over. We're all on the edge of our seats. Strachan, offside. Oh, and Leeds are livid with that. And Arsenal have done it. Lee Dixon, who was the villain on Wednesday with that missed penalty, goes off here with the satisfaction of scoring the goal that turned out to be the winner, adding to the first from Paul Merson, and a real tactical triumph for George Graham. Leeds are left looking at a Rambelo's route to Wembley now, and at the fourth time of asking, Arsenal through to the fourth round, and now it's Shrewsbury away a week on Wednesday. You'll see it here on the Sports Channel.
We were on